I still catch myself rehearsing lines, like you're just late, like there's still time. I stand in rooms you never left, talking out loud to the space you kept. Your chair still knows the shape of you, the floor remembers every shoe. I bring my courage every night, but there's no door on the other side. I thought silence was a harmless thing, that love could wait, that time was king. I let pride do the talking for me, call it distance, call it being free. Now every word I wouldn't say shows up sharp at the end of the day. I don't need answers, don't need blame, I just need you to hear my name. I practice mercy, I can't deliver, hold apologies with no receiver. Every truth I kept inside arrived too late and stayed alive. I knock on air, I speak to stone, I'm asking forgiveness where it can't be known. This letter won't reach your hands, but it's all I have, it's where I stand. Some doors don't open no matter how, so I carry this sorry with me now. I've learned the weight of unfinished words, how they echo louder than what was heard. I don't dress this pain up as fate, I know the part I played in the way. You're not here to set me free, so I learned to live with the man I see. I don't erase what I didn't do, I walk forward holding you. No final talk, no closing scene, just a lesson carved in between. That love delayed is love denied, and time don't bend for wounded pride. I knock on air, I speak to stone, I'm asking forgiveness where it can't be known. This letter won't reach your hands, but it's all I have, it's where I stand. Some doors don't open no matter how, so I carry this sorry with me now. Like I did, thinking tomorrow's a solid thing. Say them now, don't let him wait. Don't turn love into a weight. I stop begging the past to hear and start forgiving the ones still here. I'll honor you by living true, by saying the words when they're still new. This is the sorry I couldn't give, and the reason I choose to live. how to stand straight when I was raw. They called the strength, never been to carry weight, never mentioned. So I stitched my silence in the skin, called it discipline, called a man. Every crack I learned to hide became a place I lived inside. I wore control like heavy gear, smiled through nights I couldn't steer. Told myself I'd handle it, that breaking down was quitting quick. But the body knows what pride ignores. It keeps score behind closed doors. And the harder that I tried to stand, the less I felt my feet touch land. There's a lie we pass around, that strong means never falling down. But I was dying, holding tight to something that wouldn't let me cry. It took courage just to say I'm weak, to let my hands shake when I speak. I didn't lose, I finally saw that I don't heal by staying hard. If I'm gonna carry this life alone, I gotta be soft enough to stay strong. Split, the ground still stays. Some wounds breathe when they're shown, some weights lighten when they're known. I'm not less for needing room, for letting tears do what they do. I don't wear armor to be whole, I wear my truth, and that's a role. No applause when the mask comes down, just honesty moving around. But something real begins to grow the moment I stop putting on a show. It took courage just to say I'm weak, to let my hands shake when I speak. I didn't lose, I finally saw that I don't heal by staying hard. If I'm gonna carry this life alone, gotta be soft enough to stay strong. If you're tired of acting tough, of bleeding quiet, standing rough, know this, the bravest sound is a breaking voice that stays around. I don't bow to the old disguise that taught me pain must stay inside. I stand here open, not withdrawn, still breathing, still moving on. This is the strength I never saw, the courage to be soft and not be gone. tired ways. Morning light through a dirty sink. 2 cups out, neither of us speaks. Last night's words still in the air. Pride still sitting in the chair. Every part of me wants to win, but love waits to see what I'll do then. It's biting back what I could say, knowing sharp words don't make it stay. It's fixing things no one will praise, choosing us on ordinary days. Love don't feel like fire or fate. It feels like work when it's getting late, like staying put when leaving's clean, like choosing care over being seen. There's no music when this begins, no promise that it pays you back. Just a moment asking who I am when no one's keeping track. Love is what I do when it's hard, when the feeling's gone and the night's long. It's showing up with open hands, not because I feel, but because I stand. Love ain't the spark, ain't the rush, it's a quiet yes when it costs too much. I've learned it's built from what won't last, small forgotten acts that pass. A coffee made, a door held shut, a tongue held when I wanna cut. Nobody claps, nobody knows. These moments fade as soon as they're chose, but stack them high year after year, and that's how something real stays here. Love don't shine, it don't perform. It keeps its shape when life gets worn. It doesn't ask if it's still felt, it asks if I'll stay or melt. Love is what I do when it's hard, when the feeling's gone and the night's long. It's showing up with open hands, not because I feel, but because I stand. Love ain't the spark, ain't the rush, it's the quiet yes when it costs too much. If you're waiting to feel it right, you might miss a lifetime. Love lives in the daily chores, to act before the heart finds voice. Love is a sum of things unseen, of staying true. And it's not clean, it's not a word, it's not a sign. It's how you spend your borrowed time. When feelings fade and days move on, what love did is what remains strong. We walked for years by borrowed glow, circling fears we didn't know. Each one guarding a private flame, afraid to lose it, afraid to name. Night taught us how to watch our feet, how not to ask, how not to meet. We learned the dark like it was home, mistook surviving for being whole. Every road looked almost right, every turn swallowed by night. We carried sparks we couldn't trust, worn down thin by fear and dust. Lanterns shaking in tired hands, too weak to show, too weak to stand. Still they burn, not by our will, something and kept them breathing. Still no speech delivered, no command, just a call we didn't plan. Not from above in thunder sound, but firm enough to turn us around. We didn't make the morning come, it met us where we'd come undone. A light that knew us where we stood and called us forward when we couldn't. No sun rose, no sky was warm, but day broke when we were found. We saw ourselves in truer light, not stronger, just no longer hiding. The road stayed rough, the dark stayed near, but fear lost its grip on steering here. We didn't suddenly agree, we just learned who led our feet, and one by one, without a word, we faced the same unseen north. No promise that the pain would cease, only a deeper kind of peace, the kind that holds when answers don't and walks ahead when courage won't. We didn't make the morning come, it met us where we'd come undone. A light that knew us where we stood and called us forward when we couldn't. No sun rose, no sky was warm, but day broke when we were found. If you've been walking on your own, thinking the weight is yours alone, listen close, the path appears when you stop running from what hears. We walk now steady, not alone, drawn by a light we didn't own. The night still breathes, the road still long, but it bends towards where we belong. No crown inside, no chosen ground, just a dawn that found us and won't back down. They told me forgiveness was clean, a gentle word, a holy saint. Like time was soft and every blow, like wounds just fade if you let them go. But anger stayed in my lower jaw, tied to your name like a hidden law. Every step I tried to take pulled me back to the night you broke. But you moved on, or maybe slept. Well, 'cause I forgive, I do. That's the truth I finally live. You don't get light, you don't get clean. I just stop dragging you through me. What you did stays named and real. I don't dress it up to make it heal, but I won't give you one more year living rent-free in my fear. I don't rewrite what took place, I just step out of the cage. Forgiveness isn't letting go, it's letting myself move slow. I'll take the knife from my own hand, cut the cord where the anger stands. I don't bless you, I don't forget, I just refuse to keep the debt. This ain't peace, it ain't pretend, it's sending the hole so I can end. So I can end. Cut the cord, not out of love, but out of need to rise above. What you did won't rule my breath. I choose my life, not live in death. This is the line I finally draw. Forgiveness cuts, and that's the law. There's a narrow place I cross at night, between who I am and the other side. The lights don't reach, the floorboards know. Every step I've stalled, every time I froze. It doesn't chase, it doesn't scream, just stands there still watching me. A shape made out of maybe in doubt, waiting to see if I turn around. Tried to run, tried to pretend it wasn't someone, but fear don't live in open fields. It lives where the next choice kneels. It wears my voice, it knows my past, knows which memories still grab. follows when I go now. Space where dreams and habits face to face. Know this, the fear won't disappear, but neither will you once you're here. Yeah, I pass that place night after night, not fearless, just deciding right. The hallway stays, the dark remains, but it doesn't get to choose my name. I walk ahead, the figure near, and that's the deal I make with fear. I felt it long before I spoke, the tightness climbing up my throat, like the truth knew it would cost something I was about to lose. I paced the room, counted breaths, weighed the peace against the mess. Every quiet second asked how much longer I could act. I knew the moment I'd be heard, something clean would get disturbed. You don't tell the truth to stay, you tell it knowing it might not. I watched my hands, they wouldn't rest, like they knew what came next. Every lie I didn't say pressed harder than the words I'd say. This ain't courage dressed in light, it's choosing damage over right. It's knowing silence can be worse than the fallout you forgot. The truth burns before it's free, it climbs and cuts through me. It tastes like metal, feels like loss, but once it's out, the weight is gone. I don't feel clean, I don't feel clean, I don't feel proud, I don't feel proud. Just finally clear and not bound. I said it plain, I said it slow, didn't dress it up or soften blows. I watched the room rearrange, heard the sound of something change. Some doors closed without a fight, some eyes left without goodbyes. But what stayed felt solid, real, like ground I hadn't felt in years. No applause for being true, no promise it will work out right. Just the calm that comes from knowing I didn't trade myself for quiet. The truth burns before it's free, it climbs and cuts through me. It tastes like metal, feels like loss, but once it's out, the weight is gone. I don't feel clean, I don't feel clean, I don't feel proud, I don't feel proud. Just finally clear and not bound. keep the peace, they just keep you where you stand. I live with what the truth became, the broken parts, the altered names. But I sleep now, even sore, with an open chest, an open door. It burned me once, I'll pay again, before I swallow myself again. I still hear before I faint, a cup half full by the kitchen sink. The house don't feel empty, just pause, like it's waiting for a familiar cause. The jacket keeps its shape on the chair, it still moves like you're there. Loss didn't come like a closing door, it came like you stepped into the other room. Mistake time teaches how to forget, but forgetting ain't what this is. It's your name in the back of my breath, it's known where you'd staying next. I kept myself saving a thought, turning the street, then stopping short. The pain ain't sharp, it's something worse, that's gentle, steady, then it hurts. This ain't absence, this ain't gone, it's a presence holding on, like a shadow without form, like a quiet that stays warm. You're not here, but you're not away. You live in the spaces of my day, and the smell of coffee, the sound of the floor, and the light that hits the door. I don't chase you, I don't run, I sit with what we've become. I try to outrun this kind of ache, feel that hours stay awake, but grief don't leave when you ask it to. It just waits, stuck a scene by you. So I pull the chair, let the silence breathe, let the memory sit with me. Not to want, not to stay stuck, just to honor what I love. No facing this, no moving on, just knowing how to carry on. With an open place inside, we are allowed to return. You're not here, but you're not away. was old to push her down, to leave the ghost outside the room. No less, love doesn't vanish, it just learns quite a tune. Of what I'll never lose. I woke up before the light today, not from fear, not from the same old day. The room was still, the air was thin, nothing rushing to break me in. For once, the past stayed where it was, didn't grab my chest, didn't make a fuss. I lay there waiting for the hit, but the pain didn't speak just yet. I've learned not to trust quiet fast. It usually means the storm's not past, but this felt different. Felt earned slow like ground that held without a blow. No answers came, no voices fall, no replay of what I lost. Just breath moving in and out, like my body remembered how. This ain't healing, this ain't the end, just a space where the knives don't bend. No flags raised, no victory, just a moment where I'm not enemy. It's not joy, it's not relief, it's waking up without the grief, being first in line to speak. It's a truth I didn't see, but I'll take this quiet ground where nothing's burning me right now. I know the war can start again. I'm not naive, I know how when, but this morning stands its ground. No sirens in my inner town. I make the bed, I pour the cup, do normal things, don't brace up, and every small forgotten move feels like something I'm allowed to do. I don't ask how long it stays, I don't beg it not to fade. I just stand inside this pause and let it be what it was. It's not joy, it's not relief, it's waking up without the grief, being first in line to speak. It's a truth I didn't see, but I'll take this quiet ground where nothing's burning me right now. Right now, right now. If you're still fighting every dawn, thinking peace means something's wrong, know this rest is not defeat. Sometimes survival learns to breathe. I won't name this morning hope, I won't tie it to a rope, I'll just live it while it's here. This calm between the years, after all the noise I've known, this is peace, the first I've owned. day stands out. Same light, same floor, same worn out couch. Your hair still tied the way it was when life first tested both of us. We've said things time still hasn't healed. We've learned what bends and what won't yield. Love didn't stay because it flew. It stayed because we didn't move. I know the weight you carry still, your regrets, the stubborn will. You know my flaws without disguise, the ways I fail, the ways I hide. There's no illusion left to say, no younger selves to reenact. Just two histories in one room, asking what we'll do this afternoon. No choir sings, no promise new, just the truth that we're walking through. That staying isn't what we owe, it's what we choose and choose to know. With all I am and all I'm not, with every scar we never forgot, I look at you, no borrowed tone, and choose you now on my own. Not out of fear, not out of debt, I choose you again. Today is unmade. Love like this don't ask to shine. It holds a line through quiet time. It's showing up when nothing's said. It's counting loss, it's sharing bread. We're not the dream we used to be. We're something harder, honesty. And in that truth stripped of display, I find my reason still to stay. No guarantee the road is kind, no map that settles peace of mind. Just to know what staying costs and pay it without feeling lost. With all I am and all I'm not, with every scar we never forgot, I look at you, no borrowed tone, and choose you now on my own. Not out of fear, not out of debt, I choose you again. Today as is unmade. If love is proven anywhere, it's here in days that don't declare anything louder than this vow to stand right here and mean it now. So hear this said without display. No grand tomorrow, no yesterday. With all we've been and failed to be, I choose you now deliberately. The world can't spin, the years destroy, I choose you again. Not once, but today. tried to keep you where we stood, in streets and rooms in solid wood. But love ran out of ground to take, no more seasons left to wait. The earth grew quiet where you lay, no answers came, no signs to stay. So the love I couldn't place started growing in a different space. I felt it pull the other way, not down in dirt, but up through ache, like something in me understood that staying meant I never would. You don't belong to loss or ground, you live where breath turns into sound. And every time I say your name, something in me lifts, not breaks. This grief didn't rot, didn't end, it changed direction. Where it went, what couldn't grow, where you were gone, reach for somewhere else to belong. My roots don't dig into the clay, they climb toward where you are now. The pain became the trunk I lean, the strength that still is holding me. Your memory shapes me, when it burns I grow my love where heaven turns. Taller than I planned, held up by what I can't command. This loss didn't hollow me out, it taught my heart a deeper route. I don't beg the past to stay, I let the seasons have their way. What I lost in flesh and time, I carry now in upward lines. No promise made, I'll understand why love was cut from my own hands. But something sure keeps drawing me beyond the place my eyes can't see. My roots don't dig into the clay, they climb toward where you are now. The pain became the trunk I lean, the strength that still is holding me. Your memory shapes me, when it burns I grow my love where heaven turns. If you've been carrying this ache, thinking loss is all it takes, know this love don't disappear, it just learns a higher air. I won't cut this grief away, it's part of how I stand today. You're not behind, you're not below, you're in the way my spirit grows. My life still bends, my heart allows roots in the sky. I'm standing now. I used to cover where it split, change the story, soften it, learn to smile past the mark, call it old, call it dark. But there comes a kind of night when hiding costs you more than sight, when the question isn't who's to blame, but who's still here when I explain. Opponent once and felt the air, hold his breath like you leave right there. This one came from standing too long, this one from loving something wrong. I waited for the turn, I wait for silence, dressed as being polite, but you stayed, and in that pause, something stronger took its loss. No fixing hands, no judging eyes, just listening where truth resides. The bravest become our common ground. You traced your own with quiet care, didn't rush, didn't spare. Each one named without defense, each one given context. What we built there wasn't trust, at least not how they sell it to us. It was something hard or real, staying when the truth is revealed. No vows exchanged, no debts implied, just two histories side by side, learning how to stand upright without pretending we're unmarked. I show you mine, you show me yours, not trophies, just the cost we wore. These lines don't weaken, they align, they turn our hurt into a sign that says you're safe, you're not alone. Shared scars become our common ground. Somebody in, know this closeness only grows where truth is allowed to show. We don't connect by being whole, we connect by what we chose to carry honest, carry clear, without disguising how we're here. This is the pact we live upon, not perfect skin, but scars drawn strong.